From LPM,
Louisville Public Media.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 190 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com. That's GoFundMe.com to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
Welcome to On Track with LPM. I'm Michelle Tyrene Johnson. Sadiqa Reynolds announced last month that she was stepping down as CEO of the Perception Institute to focus fully on the Norton Healthcare Sports and Learning Center. Reynolds was formerly president and CEO of the Louisville Urban League. I talked with Reynolds about her job change and this week's Artists and Afros event, which is at the Sports and Learning Center. Miss Sadiqa Reynolds, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you coming to LPM. So let's start with the obvious. You got a new job.
It's not a new job. It's an old job. When I left the Louisville Urban League, I never left the Sports and Learning Center. I could never leave. It's like I've got my 2 kids, and this is my 3rd baby. So what I did, I went to Perception Institute, which is based in New York, but it was virtual. So I was really here, and I was very often working physically from the Sports and Learning Center. So I just gave up one job. So for the first time in 7 years, I just have one job. I'm only leading one thing. And I'm 53 years old. A sister is a little tired. My bones started aching a little. I started not loving getting on the plane. I mean, I'm still traveling. I still love life, but one job.
And you mentioned your children. Didn't both your kids graduate?
Both of my children graduated from high school.
Aww.
So they are both in college now. My oldest is a chemistry major. She loves all things environment, and I don't know what she's going to do, but it's going to be something fabulous. And my baby, she's at Spelman. The oldest is at Spelman. And then the youngest is at Hampton University, majoring in something you should love, strategic communications.
I love this. This. All right. And HBCUs, both of them, yes.
Unbelievable. And no pressure from mom, I promise. I mean, I'm serious. I really let them decide. I thought my youngest was going to end up in California. I prayed about that, but I took her. I took her to the campus and let her look around. She fell in love. And I thought she was gone. And a neighbor of ours, actually a really close friend, Janiqua, mentioned Hampton University to her. And she went to see it and fell in love. And it is absolutely the right place for her. Absolutely the right place.
Well, that's great because, one of the things I was thinking was knowing how you had a job in New York City, knowing that your children were graduating. And now they're not children, they're women now. Mm-hmm. But I was like, Louisville's going to lose Sadiqa. And Louisville's got you full time. In fact, you just got a big award, didn't you? You just got inducted into...
I got inducted into the Business First Hall of Fame. It's like this 40 under 40 Hall of Fame, which reads really weird because people are like, are you under 40? I'm like, no, it's the Hall of Fame. I'm just outside of 40, just barely.
Yeah, barely.
Just barely,
right.
41.
There you go. There you go. So, I mean, that seems like that's great timing since you truly, I mean, I know you've been working part-time in Louisville, but now you are full-time.
Yeah, it's my focus. So, it's one thing to build a thing. It is another entirely to see it through and to make sure it's successful. So we are celebrating our 5th year. I don't think people realize the Norton Healthcare Sports and Learning Center has been open now almost 5 years. Our 5th year anniversary will be in February. And we built this beautiful facility, state of the art. It's an amazing facility. Track, right? Indoor track, outdoor track. What we did not expect to happen is that the community created something else within that space. We have green space inside the outdoor track and field, and that space is graded to be, I don't know what, like, you throw the shot put or the discus. It's not graded for play, but people started having soccer matches and tournaments and then flag football and even lacrosse. And so over these 4 years, they've had so much activity on that outdoor green space. They've worn it out. And so we actually had a ref come out a little under a year ago and say, you can't play here anymore. It's not safe. So I knew that I had to build what the people wanted. And so now we really need to get our multi-purpose fields in. So that's what I'm doing now. So there are another 2 acres. And we're building fields for the community.
2 acres near the building?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
2
wow.
acres right there on our land. It's right there. So you've got the sports complex. If you're coming down 30th Street, you hit the fields first, and then the sports complex. And then, of course, there is the state-of-the-art senior care facility that we built and that the Urban League owns. And so it's just remarkable, all of the things. I'm so proud of what we have done together in this community.
What I love about this is that the West End had something that in a short period of time wore itself out because of the positives of people working out and doing exercise and having team sports. Okay, I got to ask the question because this seems to be the question of the hour in Louisville and the country. Is there going to be a pickleball court?
We already have pickleball. I was like, oh my God, what is she about to ask me? It's about the country. Do I really want to talk about the country? Yeah, no. We actually have pickleball inside. So the challenge we're having right now is trying to balance pickleball with other events because we use our sports courts for pickleball courts. We can do pickleball, basketball, volleyball, all of that stuff. But like we've got Artists and Afros coming up this weekend. So we have to convert the space for the artists, right? So you won't even recognize the facility as a sports complex.
Oh, I've seen that. I've been there. I've been there for many a thing, and I'm just always amazed at how you can transform that space.
Yeah. So that's the issue. But we have pickleball. You can register to play pickleball when it's available, when the courts are down.
I'm not to play pickleball.
You don't know how to play pickleball?
I'm just asking because everybody else is always talking about pickleball.
Pickleball. We got pickleball.
Okay.
We have pickleball.
That's good to know. The West End got to keep up with the rest.
Oh, no. The rest need to keep up with the West End.
Yes.
We are trying to lead here. We're trying to lead here.
So that was the other thing I was going to ask you about because I went last year. Artists and Afros. I loved it. So the question that I wonder if anybody's asked you, you know me, I gotta ask the off the beaten track question. Is it a response? Is it a call and response to the St. James Art Fair? What's up with that?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So I have been hearing over the years that I've been in Louisville that so many Black artists were having trouble getting into the St. James Art Fair. Either, and I don't know why. I have no inside information. I do, I had heard about money sometimes, but there were other things too, right? And so I said, well, why do we keep fighting to be a part of something else? Why don't we just create another event to complement the St. James Art Fair? So I don't intend to take any guest away from St. James at all. I like the St. James Art Fair. I have attended many years, and I know teachers love it and all the things. So all I'm doing is saying, here's another place for art. So when you travel into our city with your disposable income and you're looking for art, please do go to the St. James Art Fair. And by the way, come by Artists and Afros too. And we're located at 3029 West Muhammad Ali Boulevard. It's just that simple. And we have, last year we did, I don't know, maybe like $250,000 in art sales. That's huge
That's
for our
amazing.
community.
I love that.
And we don't have a marketing budget. We have no marketing budget. Like St. James, they're out there pushing it. People have known about them. They've been around for years. But when I do any kind of press around it, I always say, yes, come to our event and then go over to St. James because we're 2 and 3 days. So you can do all of it. Nobody's going to stay at St. James for 2 days straight for all of the time. So you can go there for 4 hours, come see us for a couple of hours or 4 hours or 8 hours or whatever you want to do. But buy art. That's the main thing. We need to make sure that our artists are not starving.
Yeah.
People want to make a living and they deserve to be able to. And so we're trying to, what I wanted to do was create a space for other artists and for Black artists to be able to be seen and be valued and to not have to fight to be present, but to know that the space was actually created for you. This Saturday and Sunday, it's always the same time as the St. James Art Fair, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. We'll have food and parking, very easy parking. And in fact, you can take the bus from our facility to the St. James Art Fair. That's how much we want people to be connected to the St. James Art Fair. You can go Artists and Afros, and then you can stop by the Speed Museum if you want to, and you can go over to the other art fair. But make sure you come to Artists and Afros at the Norton Healthcare Sports and Learning Center.
You did a great job last year. I mean, I probably spent more of my disposable income than I meant to when I went. Couldn't buy anything big, but the jewelry is so accessible, and just again supporting Black artists is always a plus.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, just to wrap up, what are you most looking forward to in this upcoming? I mean, I know the year's winding down. But what are you looking forward to? Because we're rapidly approaching planning for 2026.
Wow. I'm looking forward to, I'm trying to find hope where I can. I think it's really tough right now, particularly if you are Black or brown. This is a tough time. It's tough for everybody. I think there are a whole lot of white folks that are suffering too. I see farmers. So I'm looking forward to some opportunity for change. I'm looking forward to hearing some voices that we haven't necessarily heard. Speaking out, pushing back on some of the things that we are seeing and hearing. I am looking forward to building these fields for our community because I think our children deserve to have joy in every space they enter. And I'm looking forward to, some peace. And it's crazy because with the world so wild right now, it's hard for folks to imagine that peace is even available. But I have to believe that. I have to believe that. And I know that I deserve it. It's been it's been hard. I mean, life is really hard for a lot of people. And I think if it's hard for me, and I've got a good amount of privilege, given the jobs that I've had and the roles that I've had, I can't say enough about what other folks are going through. And so I'm praying for change. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to change. I'm looking forward to helping to create a world where people really can see the humanity in each other. I think somehow we've lost that. We have and that's what I've always loved about the sports complex. If you think about when we built it, we were raising $60 million. Unfortunately, we didn't start during a pandemic, but there was a pandemic. And there was, Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
And even in all of that, people came together to get that building out of the ground. So I always say it's this place of hope. It's hard to be in that space and not feel the hope because you understand that there were women who lived in the West End who stopped by the Urban League and said, I want to commit $50 or $500 to this thing. And there were other people who lived in other communities who didn't look like people who, are predominant in the West End, and they said, I want to commit $1 million or $50,000. So this place is a place where corporations and individuals of all races came together. So it's hard for me not to feel hopeful in that space. It gives me hope, and I want everybody to come and hear the story and feel what I feel when I'm in there, because in there, I'm always reminded of everything that is possible. No matter what is happening in the world, everything that is possible. That's what I'm looking forward to. Every good thing that is possible.
Well, Sadiqa, I cannot say welcome back because you never left, but thank you for coming to LPM today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yes, it was. On Track is produced by Louisville Public Media. Our production team includes Aisha Jaffer, Laura Ellis, and me, with assistance from Alex Biscardi. Our music is by Kojin Tashiro. Find more at LouisvilleOnTrack.org. Thanks for listening.
When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.